What's up everyone, this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So today we're going to talk about rental income. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what is the bank looking for, the document, roughly how much the percentage they will take, and then what are special clauses that I've come across. Also, FAQs. There will be no calculation here. I'm just going to share with you a very general overview on how the guideline looks like, okay? So let's start. Number one, what are the three documents that the bank will look at? There are only three. The first one is the stamp tenancy agreement. Number two, the bank statement where the rental is credited to the bank. Okay. Number three, proof of ownership. Proof of ownership here can mean the S&P, got the relevant pages lah. The title, the relevant pages again. Title usually a few pages, right? Just keep all. Or you can, if you don't have the S&P or the title, what you can do is you pass them the assessment or your electricity bill. In the event where your electricity bill is actually your electricity bill under the tenant's name, right? You pass them the assessment. Okay? Assessment, don't tell me you don't have. Every year also got sent to your house, right? So the assessment will show the owner of the property and also the address. So it matches just with the tenancy agreement. The second part is what the banks look for. The bank look for consistency. Let's just say you have your rental here, say 1,500. So your bank statement also 1,500. And you are also the owner of property. Okay? Then, one more thing. If you all have a lot of property for rent, please at least make the banker's life easy. What you can do, don't edit the PDF. When you download the bank statement, right? Don't edit the PDF. What you can do is to do another Excel sheet, put the rental, for example, October rental, when is it credited and how much it is. Okay, if it's less than the amount that you show on the tenancy agreement, make sure you have a supporting document. For example, let's just say you ask the tenant to replace the sink, the clock sink by himself or herself, and then it costs 100 ringgit. Make sure you get the 100 ringgit from the receipt 100 ringgit and put inside. So your rental credited is 1,400 that month. Okay, the tenant take 1,400. You put a support the 100 ringgit receipt with the Excel sheet. If for this kind of cases, right, what I do is that I ask the tenant to bank in full amount and then I credit back the 100 ringgit. Can be from the same account or from the different account. But whenever I credit out, I will use the same account because it's easier to track. I will put in the remark there, I'll say, okay, repair pipe. Something repairs, must repair what or repair something, I must put in the note there so that I can actually minus this off for my taxes as well. Okay? Make my taxes also easy, my banking also easy, banker also easy. The next one, the banks usually recognize 80 to 100% of your tenancy agreement as income. Let's just say your monthly rental is 1,000. So 80% of 1,000 is 800. 800 here is not minus assessment fees or not minus anything. The 800 is fixed. The 800, you take 100% of the 800 to add to your income so that you will lower your DSR. Okay? Your rental is 1,000, but maybe your commitment pay installment only 500. So that's all the bank sees. Your rental and your installment. Because it's just assessment, tax, the maintenance fee is all not included in 6 months. So that is the only one that the bank take. Technically, you're cash flow positive and you got no commitment for that. No commitment here, I don't mean that the bank don't take into account and count. The bank still count, especially when it comes to the LTV, loan to value ratio. The first two is 90%. So this is count as your one property, one housing loan. Okay? So there are banks who take 100%. And just a guide, the higher they take, the more documents they want from you. And the more they want, the documents are according to their guideline and more standard. There's not much of wiggle room. Okay? When it comes to tenancy agreement, not much of wiggle room. Especially if they take higher, means higher risk for them. So it's not much for wiggle room. What are the special cases? Yes, there are special cases. Remember back in COVID time, 2020? Yeah, there are some banks that straight away say upfront, we will not recognize any rental income from today onwards, from this moment onwards. Okay, so everybody that has rental as tenant, straight away there are a lot of things they cannot do because the GSI cannot pass. When they want to take loan, They were shocked that the bank actually don't recognize it at all, even though the rental has been coming. During COVID, people cannot go out, right, and stay, but so they're still paying rent. Some of them have to stay here. So the bank don't take it at all. But right now, you can actually expect the banks are more loose a bit in terms of rental income, because after lockdown, so the economy is all moving, everything is all moving. Even the OPR also has increased a lot. Okay, so the banks are going back to normal. But one thing that I can tell you, this part here, right, I call it special condition, is because it highly dependent on the economic condition, and every bank is different. So if you meet one bank that tells you, hey, this time rental income we totally don't take at all, doesn't mean all banks are the same. They may cut, and some even maintain their policy. So you just go to that bank, okay? Don't worry about that one bank that don't accept the rental income. Next up, we go to the frequently asked questions. These are the questions that I usually get as a banker when it comes to rental income. The first question, the most popular, no stamp can or not? Yes, can. Some of the banks actually accept no stamp one, but the tenancy agreement still must be there. Tenancy agreement plus bank statement, and also the proof of ownership. Some banks even more aggressive. They take the bank statement, as long as you can prove to me 6 months got rental bank in. Of course, the note there have to put rent. Your tenant bank in, right, must put rent. Okay? You know how I know what transaction is that? You don't have a tenancy agreement. Yes, they accept tenancy agreement. No tenancy agreement, bank statement, and also the proof of ownership. Bank statement and proof of ownership. These two enough. Tenancy agreement only. But like I always mention, make life easier for yourself and also for the banker. You don't have to headache to find which bank that accept this and this kind of special condition. No need. When you follow the rules. What I mean by follow the rules is get your tenancy agreement stamp. Now can be done all online. Okay? You can just pay $50 to get this stamp, so no problem. The next one, they ask the banker, well, if I don't stamp, what will happen to me? Okay, that is not my place to answer you. Okay, I'm the banker. I'm not LHDN. I'm not the government, so I don't know. This is something you can ask around people that don't stamp, what will happen. But what I can tell you is that from my experience, if let's just say if you don't stamp and any dispute happen between you and your tenant, you want to admit to court, you have to stamp. At that time you stamp, you will still pay the penalty, but at least you get to admit the tenancy agreement to court. That's all. Income tax part, all this, that one, all I don't know. This is what I heard from the market about the stamp tenancy agreement is a requirement to be admitted to court in case you want to evict or in case you want to sue your tenant. Okay? Or the tenant want to sue you. It goes both ways. Not just one. It goes both ways. Okay? So the next one is room rental can. Room rental, right? I got one case before. That is back in 2021, I think. The customer actually cancelled. It's not in Selangor, KL, it's in Selangor. So the house is a double-story house. They actually cut into like 9 rooms. 9 rooms. So from, I think 5 rooms become 9 rooms. Then they gave me tenancy agreement for 9 rooms. So yes, they did accept it as income, but the customer profile is very strong. Customers are professional. In the end, they didn't accept. They didn't take the loan. They took another unit. So that's very subjective, highly subjective. And if you recall, right, this room rental partition is already banned by DBKL partition. So I think if you actually were to submit like a bank application, and then you show the layout or the house, then you show your tenancy agreement, or this one is room rental, and this room is partition, and I think the bank won't accept it. Even the normal room rentals also, the bank won't accept it. Like you stay in the house like what I'm staying now, then you rent out your extra room. I don't think that one can be used, honestly, for tenancy. But income tax different. Income tax you still need to declare, Yes, that's the thing. Income tax you still need to declare because you are receiving income from the rental. Okay? That's rental income. Next question I get sounds like this. Hey Kenny, you can calculate for me. and then let me know how much rental I need to put so that I can pass this loan. Hello, boss. You think the bank stupid? The moment, let's just say the place rent at 2,000, you suddenly give me a tenancy agreement for 5,000. Do you think the bank will actually close eyes and accept as 5,000 even though you stamp? Please lah. The banker also, if submit the HQ also will reject. HQ people will definitely check one, and you cannot run. Okay, so in cases like this, right? If you want to do, what I can tell you is that you make sure you have a reasonable rental You get a tenant properly and do a reasonable rental amount. Don't you pack up with a tenant then for 2,000 you put there 5,000, then you go and bank in 5,000 to tenant, you try to cheat the bank. This one, it won't work. Okay, it won't work. The banks will definitely check. If the rental is higher rate than normal from there, then you are required to explain. And whether the bank accept your explanation or not is another story. And most banks, I can tell you, they're conservative, they won't accept. Okay? So your tenancy income is not recognized. Another one more quite popular. Hey, I just stamped last month. My tenant just moved in this month. So can still use Can. Okay? Some banks actually accept that. With the condition is that there are 2.5 months deposit. If for claim at least 2.5 months deposit. Your rental, example, your rental is 1,000. So inside your account, your account must show 2,500. That being the 2 months security deposit and half month the electricity deposit. Then you say, okay, no deposit, the tenant just move in. Habis. That one habis. So what's the proof? You stamp money doesn't mean the tenant will move in. So that's what they want to see. Inside, you already bank in the deposit inside. And it's, don't lie, like minus here, minus there. You can minus a bit, like, I know it's minus the SST. SST. Actually, this is what the real estate agent practice. They minus from the SST 3.18%. Okay? SST they minus from the your deposit. So then the balance is credit it to your account. You can show this to the bank. Okay? And if you do this right, get a receipt from the real estate agent. Get a receipt from the real estate agent to show that you minus that one, the 3.18% or 2.12%. Okay, 6%. Now, today announced 8%, so they're going to increase 8%. So, 6% or 8%, whatever it is, make sure you get a receipt to tally because in the tenancy agreement, you see 2,500, but now it's less. And then the number also very funny. Make sure you get a receipt from the real estate agent. The next question is that my tenant actually paid for some repairs around the house, so the numbers won't tally. Is it okay? Yes. Make sure you get the receipt. And don't every month tell me that there's something to repair and then give me some receipt and try to reduce and try to justify the rental. Please don't do this. I got cases like this before. Every month different. Every month got something to repair. So I asked the applicant, I was like, your house every month got problem. It's a new house. I mean the house I checked is a new house, less than 5 years, no problem. Then every month got different repair, and then the receipt write repair. When you try to tally the figure with the bank statement, tally, but repair what? How to explain? Repairs shouldn't be like every month, right? It should be like one-offs. It should be sometimes once in a while. Things like that once in a while, they understand. But don't every month go repair. It looks fishy and very hard to justify, even though whatever you want to say, really things are breaking down. For me, it's very hard to justify. So, in that case, in the end, actually, I did submit, but they didn't accept the rental income on this ground. Okay? The HQ didn't accept. So, the case have to be rejected. Next question I get is, owner is A, but rental credited to B, can take as income. This one is quite common when you meet spouse. Maybe the wife is the owner, but the rental credited to the husband account. Cannot. Unless the account has joint name. A joint name is also disadvantageous because joint name they'll split to two. Everything is split to two. Okay? So remember, if the owner is A and the bank statement is B, totally cannot. It's not third party at least, straight away cannot. Next question I get is like sometimes agent rented out my house and said I no need to pay SST. Is this legal? Okay, no need to pay. If you no need to pay, it means the agent minus from his own commission, his or her commission, because somehow, somewhere, the government don't care as long as you pay for that SST. Okay, as long as you use that booking form, everything you must pay from that booking form amount SST. So usually the practice in Klang Valley, I don't know about other states. In Klang Valley is the owner will pay one. They will minus off from the security deposit, 3.18 or 2.18, 2.12, depends on how you see it. Depends on your agreement. But now is the SST is up to already 8%. It's going to be implemented, I think, next year. The second part, is this legal? Yes, because the SST will come from the agent, not you. Next one I usually get, is it advisable to put the rental into a joint account holder like husband and wife? For me, no, because the bank will cut into half. I know of couples who buy house or buy any property together. They insist on title have two names, but when tenancy agreement only one and bank statement also one. Remember at the start I mentioned 3 documents that is needed. Once the bank see any of the document, there's another name. The banks usually what they will do is to cut half. Example, the banks take 80% of your rental and your rental is 1,000. So it's 800, right? Correct? It's 1%, 800. However, you got 2%, they straight away cut the half, become 400. That is how the bank count usually. Whenever there's 2 names on any of the documents, it automatically divides by 2. It's to reduce the risk. So that's all for me. This is Kenny here from Property Stories. If you need our services, do click the link down below. We have a purchase, refinance, remortgage, debt consult. You got a question, you can check the search button, the playlist. If you want to email me, also can. My email is down there. I can ask a question. I will take a question, and I will not answer a question if I already answered. Please refer to this YouTube channel. I've tried my best to put as many of your questions here. Okay? But if you, after watching the video, you still have burning questions, you still want to ask me burning questions about your real estate, whether you should buy or not, okay? I do offer pay consultation, which you can fill down the form below, okay? The Google form for everything is down below. I'll see you again. And no, before you go, do subscribe to the channel. If you find that it's useful, do share it out to your friends and family. And I'll see you again next video. Bye-bye.